Tonight on the show, we'll have a debate on proposals for some tougher teen driving requirements in Minnesota, 6th District DFL congressional debate, singer Michael Johnson, and Mary LaHammer.
Almanac.
Funding for Almanac is provided.
He came from somewhere back in hell long ago. The sound of a fool don't see, trying hard to recreate what had yet to be created.
That video. That's from the 1980s, Nighttime Variety here on TPT. And Michael Johnson is with us. That was a couple years ago.
That was a couple years ago, yeah. I was, as we were watching it, I said, that guy on the left, he was trouble. He was trouble.
I get to admit to everybody now that I'm a huge Michael Johnson fan. Of course, you've had a string of hits in your career, Bluer Than Blue, Almost Like Being in Love, This Night Won't Last Forever, one of my favorites. You Can Call Me Blue, Give Me Wings, all kinds of hits. And you're kind of back, you called Minnesota your home for a while. You're Nashville-based.
For 20-some years, you know. And you know what? I left here 22 years ago, and they haven't forgotten me.
No, they have not.
Great.
Welcome back home.
Nice.
Now, you've had some heart problems. Can I ask about that?
Sure,
some health problems?
sure. Yeah.
I bet it surprised you. You had quadruple bypass surgery last August.
I did, yeah. I was, I just couldn't walk through an airport anymore with a guitar over my shoulder.
You're a young guy.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought I was younger. Well, anyway, it's been very interesting, and I didn't really have like heart attack episodes, but it was, imagine my surprise when they said, well, it's at least a triple and maybe a quadruple, so that's what happened.
And recovery, I know, it's a long process when you recover from something like that.
Yeah, it's longer than you think. They say, well, 3 months. And then at 3 months, they say, well, it's 6, and finally they say, okay, look, it's a year. And I was talking to a doctor the other day, and he says, it takes a couple of years to get over that, doesn't it? So.
Thanks for telling me that now.
Yeah, who knows?
Now, we should say to folks that with anybody who's gone through this situation, it's a very expensive proposition to be hospitalized with surgery and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Your insurance situation wasn't the best.
I wasn't uninsured.
You have insurance, but with those medical bills.
Yeah, it's just surprising what isn't covered, So there's lots of, it did take care of the hospital stuff, and it took care of the surgeon, who got remarkably little money. I wanted to give him my car, The hospital got everything else. So, yeah, it gets really pricey, though. And the therapy afterwards, cardiotherapy and pulmonary therapy, and don't get me started, prescriptions.
And that's why you're back home, because there's a special benefit concert in Michael's behalf. You have some really great Minnesota friends, Ann Reed, Peter Strushko.
Yeah, Prudence Johnson.
Oh, she's great.
Yeah, there's going to be some great folks.
This is going to be at Sunday night, 7 o'clock at the Fine Line Cafe in downtown Minneapolis. I talked to your producer. This sounds like it's going to be just an incredible concert.
Oh man, it is. It is. I'm honored. You know, and I've told people this before. You cannot sing and cry at the same time. You can, and you should never trust anybody who can. So we'll just see what happens. If something gives, it's probably going to be the song.
What is it about music that's so healing? Because I know that you're doing, since recuperating, you've done some arranging. I know you're getting back to singing. I wonder what it is about that, just doing this.
I think it bypasses my brain and just goes straight to my
heart.
chest. You know, I really do. I think it affects people that way too.
Your newly repaired heart, which is great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, again, the concert is this Sunday, 7 o'clock, Fine Line Music Cafe, on Michael's behalf, but also to raise awareness of the lack of insurance that other musicians have.
Well, absolutely. And I should say that I am, you know, probably after this evening, this Sunday, I will be hopefully out of the woods financially. I mean, can you imagine that? So that's just wonderful. And so the rest of the dough is going to go somewhere. It's going to go towards uninsured, underinsured musicians.
Excellent.
If I can arrange that.
Can I get you to play a song?
I feel one coming on.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I know a book where the hero is skinned alive, boiled in oil. Hansel and Gretel are cooked to perfection and wrapped in foil. And I found myself in the stew. I turn red, I turn white, I turn blue. And under the covers I shuddered the whole night through. Gee, I'm glad I worried about that. It's bound to do me good. Just so I know when they lay me out flat, I've done all the worrying I could. Maybe they'll toast me with speeches and honor me. Maybe they'll roast me and think of me somberly. Maybe I'm just a sad, sad sack. Gee, ain't I glad that I worried about that? Sooner or later, you do take a look at your life and kiss it goodbye. There are an infinite number of nightmarish ways to die. Though we only get one, I'll imagine an infinite sum, leaving not one shred of doubt when it's all said and done. Well, gee, I'm glad I worried about that. It's bound to do me good. Just so I know when they lay me out flat, done all the worrying I could. Well, maybe they'll toast me with speeches and honor me. Maybe they'll roast me and think of me somebody. Maybe I'm just a sad, sad, sad. Gee, ain't I glad that I worried about that? There's more. Anthrax and smallpox and big clouds of poison gas are coming our way. Best be awake and alive and alert to the dangers every day. And so that we don't forget, they've color-coded the threat, just so you know you can gasp with your very last breath. Everybody. Gee, I'm glad I worried about that. It's bound to do me good. Just so I know when they lay me out flat, done all the worrying I could. Maybe they'll roast me with speeches and honor me. Maybe they'll toast me and think of me somebody. Maybe I'm just a sad, sad, sad. Gee, ain't I glad that I worried. So glad that I worried. Gee, ain't I glad that I worried about that.
For show-ending music, we have another tune by Michael Johnson. Remember, you can catch Michael and Friends, the benefit concert, this Sunday night at the Fine Line Cafe in Minneapolis. More information is at friendsofmichaeljohnson.com. Michael, take us out.
Don't let your troubles make you cry. Don't waste a moment wondering why. When everything goes wrong, you got to be strong, got to do it or die. Do it or die now, stand your ground. Don't let your bad breaks go getting you down. Even when times get rough, you've had enough, you still gotta try. No matter what the people say, they don't even know you, they don't know you at all. Don't let them stand in your way. Don't you know that you should know that life is a gamble all the way. Winners or losers still gotta play. So go on and roll the dice. You only live twice, got to do it or die. No matter what the people say, they don't even know you, they don't know you at all. Don't let them stand in your way. Don't you know that you should know that life is a gamble all the way. Winners or losers still gotta play. So go on and roll the dice. You only live twice, got to do it or die. Go on and roll the dice. You only live twice, got to do it or die.
Funding for Almanac is provided in part by Travelers, a leading provider of commercial insurance and auto and homeowners coverage through independent agents nationwide. Health Partners, improving the health of our members, our patients, and the community for 50 years. Great River Energy, providing electricity and related services to 28 co-ops in Minnesota, a Touchstone Energy cooperative. Flint Hill Resources, producing transportation fuels for Minnesota and the upper Midwest at its Rosemount refinery. Education Minnesota, the union of more than 70,000 teachers, school staff, and higher education faculty throughout the state. University of Minnesota, where we are driven to discover. Learn more at umn.edu. Almanac is a production of Twin Cities Public Television for the stations of Minnesota Public Television Association.